We're doing a spring mood makeover this morning, and Naturopathic Doctor Jacqui Fleury has some great advice on how to do just that. Good morning, Jacqui.
Good morning, Chris. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. What is it about spring that makes us feel like we've got a little bit of extra pep in our step?
Well, for starters, we're seeing longer days, so that's always a good relief after long, dark, cold winter days and nights. And so the sun is shining, it's coming up earlier, and what that's doing is it's actually driving our melatonin down and giving us more energy. So that's a good thing. You want to get lots of bright light first thing in the morning because that really contributes to our energy throughout the day.
Okay, so we're going to move through a few suggestions on how to do that spring moods makeover. Why don't we start with the power of sunshine?
Well, for a couple of reasons, because like I said, it actually causes your hormones to shift more positively. So we actually have more energy and are more likely to get up early in the morning and maybe start working on our self-care routines, which is nice because it can establish good habits when we feel better, so that when we move into the darker months, we actually have established some good morning routines. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is sun is what produces vitamin D in our system. So the more body exposure we get to the sun, of course, the more vitamin D we produce. But with one caveat, that you don't want to stop supplementing your vitamin D too early in the spring because we're not getting full body exposure of sun. It's still cool.
And that's what I was going to ask you. So are we getting enough vitamin D? The answer is no from the sun. You would consider maybe supplementing that as well with vitamin D.
Well, I think that's one of the things that I see with people this time of the year. They kind of slack off on their vitamin D, thinking that the sun is up and they are outside more, but definitely carrying on your supplementation, well into the summer, and even just maybe asking your doctor to test your levels just to make sure that they're optimal. It's really important for your moods anyway. All
right. So next on the list, we're also dealing with snow mold right now. What's the best natural defense for that?
Well, I'm sure everybody's been out in their yard and maybe done a little bit of raking. And so you see that white coating on your grass and on the leaves. And that can kick up your spring allergies and make you feel kind of brain foggy and a little bit fatigued. So definitely things like vitamin C, good probiotics, fish oils, all of those nutrients help to stabilize that histamine response and offset the effects of the mold in the environment.
All right. I'd like to touch on exercise before we wrap up. Is yard work the new CrossFit, Jacqui?
Well, it can be. So if you're weeding your garden and you're using your legs to stand up and down, those are your squats. And if you're using hand trimmers for your branches, that's good for hand grip strength for your hands. So definitely using the great outdoors as an opportunity to give yourself a full body workout. So you'll look great and so will your yard.
Should also mention, and you did mention it earlier, when we look good, we feel good, our skin takes a real beating over the winter though, but you've got a remedy for that.
Well, definitely things like collagen, vitamin C that you can supplement on the inside. Those fish oils are good for healthy glowing skin. And then on the outside, maybe getting a facial or doing a spring cleanse. Those are all things that perk you up and make you feel good from the inside out.
Well, it's a great time of year, and those are some great tips on how to make it even better, Jacqui. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Appreciate your time and your insight.
Yeah, thanks for having me.